14 entry-level watches in a price range of 500 to 1000 euros. Alright guys, let's talk entry-level watches. As mentioned before, I would like to cover different diameters, different sizes, chronograph, dress watches and dive watches, of course, to consider all types of variations there. So I hope you enjoyed this one during the holidays and have fun to watch it, guys. Let's go! My recommendation number one comes from Baltic Vintage Chronograph. You do have here a vintage inspired chrono with lots of dial colors, silver, black, cream white, blue with gold indices, so a lot to make out there, to check out there. You do have also here a strap queen, leather straps, NATO straps, and of course the good old Seagull calm wheel chronograph movement. I think it's a great package for this price point and a great watch in this level, especially when we do consider here that this is a calm wheel chronograph. I think it's a good package to choose. Watch number two from Steinert. Here we do talk about the Steinert Ocean 2 premium line with an Elabor movement, white dial, white black bezel, lots of lume. I think you can't go wrong with this, especially on the steel bracelet. It's a beautiful watch, a beautiful piece from my point of view, and I think as a daily beater, you can't go wrong with this one. So my recommendation number two, the Steinert Ocean 2. A lot of twos. Watch number two from Steinert, and number three in this video comes from Steinert, and it's the GMT premium line. Here with a Batman bezel, GMT function, titanium case and bracelet. So for everyone who likes titanium, I think it's a great option. This GMT function is good to use. It's not a one-on-one homage of a GMT master from my point of view, and I think a gorgeous watch to have in the collection. Watch number four, and of course there must be a Seiko. Actually, there are going to be two Seikos in this video, and I would like to talk now about the Seiko Baby Marina Master. I fell in love with this one during my trip to Japan, and it's a beautiful piece, very well made. I love the bezel, I like the coin edge bezel and the overall looks of it. There is a reason why it's called Baby Marina Master, because the quality is there, the movement is interesting, and it's a very well made watch. Steel bracelet, rubber strap, whatever you want you can throw on it, and I think it's a cool piece to own and to add to the collection. It's a cool beta watch, so hey, nothing wrong with that, right? Watch number five is of course the 5 or 6. I lost track, damn. Anyways, the Seiko Presage with the tonneau case. I saw this watch as well in Tokyo and fell directly in love with it. The quality as well as there. I do like the a little bit different design. It is of course more a dress watch from my point of view, and I did like this piece. The Presage models are very well made and the quality is pretty good. So of course I had to consider it in this video. So my recommendation here for the dressy tonneau case and for Seiko Presage overall. Let's talk dressy pieces. Let's talk about watches made in Germany. Here in particular about the Max Bill from Junghans, and I think you can't go wrong with this one. You do have the history, the Bauhaus inspired watch. Different dial colors, different functions, different complications. You can get the 2-hand, the 3-hand, the quartz, the automatic, the chronograph movement. Come on, this is a perfect piece. As well for watch enthusiasts like me, I still do consider a Max Bill one day to get and to add to my collection. So Max Bill here, 100% recommendation as an entry-level piece. Another German watch, let's talk about dive watches again. Here in particular I would like to recommend the Macedo C. I do have the Tridente, which was my first ever automatic watch I did own. I try to do next week a video about its revision. I would like to change the bezel inlay, I would like to get a blue ceramic one, I would like to keep the dial, maybe switch out the hands and also get the center links polished off the bracelet. I do like to recommend Macedo C, 1000 meter of water resistance, of course 44mm a Tridente, 300 meters of water resistance and 40mm of diameter the Nettuno, which is as well great, and as you can see from the pictures, different versions, so it's also not a one-on-one homage, which I do sort of dislike. Definitely a great diver and definitely one of my recommendations. Let's stay in Germany, let's talk Laco and Stover, let's talk pilot watches, guys. Of course there must be a recommendation from my side. I do own a Stover, I do like Laco a lot. I do like Pilot's watches overall, and in the price range, hey, come on, you have to consider them. On the one hand, the classic Flieger from Stover is 40 millimeters, for me a modern interpretation of a Pilot watch. On the other hand, the Laco Pilot watches with a more original related design. You do have like a more rounder case with sort of added lugs. It's a great look as well, it's more true to the original. I think both can tick your boxes, both can satisfy your design needs in terms of a Flieger watch or Pilot watch. So I think good recommendations and two great watches and brands you should consider. Guys, let's talk dive watches again. Let's talk about Squale 1521, brushed or the polished version. I like both. I think, of course, they are discussed controversially here on YouTube, but still I think they do have their own history. They are not an homage. They are watches which do have their own history. You do have the Van Buchen case, so come on, you cannot go wrong with that one. It's definitely a piece which is considered by a lot of collectors, and I think there is a reason behind of that. Zinn 556, I think a very classical piece, a little bit more elegant again. Yes, sporty, elegant, and you need to have a Zinn in the collection. It makes sense to have a Zinn in the collection, and this particular piece is beautiful, well made, very simple design, a little bit explorer-ish, so you can't go wrong with a Zinn, guys. And as we do talk about Zinn, let's talk about the Zinn 114 as well. I know it's a little bit more expensive than the 1,000 euros, but it's not too much, and definitely the 104 it's a classic piece of its own. I do like it looks. You do have the countdown bezel, you do have different dial options. You can as well work on bracelets, straps, leather straps or NATO straps. Versatile piece, and definitely as an entry-level watch or a watch for this price point, something you should consider. Well, it's again a little bit over the limit with 1,200 euros. Nomos Club, the Nomos Club Campus, black dial, white dial, different options possible, of course. Water resistance is there. For this price point, an in-house movement made in Germany, this is a perfect piece. If you purchase this with a steel case back, then you can pick it up for 1,100 new, brand spanking new, or you get a used one, gray one. So you're around the 1,000 euro line, and I had to recommend it. I did own one. It's about 38.5 millimeters of diameter, and it's a beautiful piece. I owned a Nomos Club Campus. I did have it in my collection, but I was more looking for a crisp white dial, and I'm not the sort of strap guy. They changed this actually. You can get with Nomos now also a steel bracelet, but still, you should consider it. Nomos made in Germany, in Glashütte, Germany, with an in-house movement, the Alpha movement. I think this is a watch you should have definitely on your watch list. Alright guys, this concludes the video about 14 entry-level watches, and I hope there are 14. I lost a little bit track, to be honest, but yeah, I will count them in the edit. Anyways, I hope you have fun. I'm eager to learn about recommendations from your side, which entry-level watches you would recommend between 500 and 1,000 euros. Leave a comment in the comment section below. Thanks for that, guys. I wish you and your families now a very Merry Christmas. Enjoy the holidays. Take a rest, eat a lot, and think about purchasing watches. Guys, I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Say goodbye and auf Wiedersehen. Euer Konstantin. Ciao, guys.